If we want to be righteous before God, what will this kind of prayer life produce in us? What will be the result of praying in the way that Jesus has been teaching? Well, in a word, it will be forgiveness. Now, before we get too deep in our study, I want to take a minute to acknowledge the discomfort that we find in our text. Now, I've seen many people with this text try to jump through as many hoops as possible for it to sound better than it does. Because we don't want to sound like that we're teaching that we're saved by works. Therefore, we skirt around and try to qualify what Jesus is saying. But please understand this, that Jesus' statement is supposed to make you uncomfortable. If you read this and are not a little bit uncomfortable, I'm not sure you're reading it right. So let me be as clear as possible. If you are not forgiving other people for their sins against you, God is not forgiving you. Do not confuse uncomfortability with complexity. What Jesus is saying is actually quite simple. And if you're wondering for me to do a Greek analysis for you, to say what it really means in the Greek, let me tell you what it really says in the Greek. If you do not forgive other people their sins against you, God will not forgive you. That's what it says. Jesus is clear. God is not confused about his theology. If you hold on to bitterness, resentment, and anger and unforgiveness towards others, God will hold on to all of those things against you. And this is a teaching not just here, but it's throughout the whole Bible. Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 and 2. Judge not that you will not be judged. For with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged. The measure you use will be used against you. Your standard for others, a standard of not forgiveness, is the standard that will be used against you. Psalm 18, 25 through 26. With the merciful, you show yourself merciful. And with the blameless man, you show yourself blameless. With the purified, you show yourself pure. And with the crooked, you make yourself seem tortuous. James 2:13. For judgment is without mercy to the one who has shown no mercy. Mercy triumphs over judgment. And this is exactly what Jesus is going to teach later in Matthew chapter 18 about the unforgiving servant. If you remember, Peter comes to Jesus because Jesus says, hey, you need to forgive sins. And Peter goes, yeah, but how much do I need to forgive sins? Like how often? Like what if my brother sins against me 7 times? Then do I still have to do it? No, Jesus says 70 times, 7 times.